Discernment: when a person has been in defeat for a long time, everyone becomes comfortable with a version of them that is always struggling, always explaining, always trying to recover, always surviving one more blow. But when that same person rises, when that same person begins to carry the evidence of divine favor, when that same person no longer speaks from confusion but from clarity, something shifts in the atmosphere around them. The room responds differently. The energy changes. Hidden motives begin to surface. Smiles are no longer as simple as they seem. Questions are no longer always innocent. Invitations are no longer always harmless. What once felt casual now has weight, because victory exposes what loss used to conceal. You need to hear this deeply. Winning does not only attract celebration, it also attracts attention. And attention is not the same as support. Some people know how to sit near pain because pain makes them comfortable. Pain asks for little. Pain does not confront hidden jealousy. But when God lifts you, when peace returns to your face, when confidence settles into your voice, when your steps stop sounding wounded and start sounding sure, that change can disturb people who secretly benefited from your weakness. This is why you cannot move carelessly after a breakthrough. This is why you cannot assume that everybody who clapped for your process is ready for your arrival. Some people liked you better when your life looked delayed. Some people understood you only when you were depleted. Some people could stand beside you only when they believed you would never rise beyond the role they assigned to you. But chosen one, your life does not belong to their expectations. Your calling does not shrink to protect another person's comfort. Your anointing does not apologize for growing. What God has placed on you in this hour is sacred, and sacred things must be guarded. This is the part many people do not talk about. Everybody loves the language of victory, but few are willing to honor the responsibility that follows. Victory is not only a reward. Victory is also a gate, and once you pass through that gate, you must learn not to hand your peace back to what God delivered you from. You must learn not to reopen access to voices that kept you doubting. You must learn not to return your energy to spaces that always left you heavy. You must learn that protection is not rejection, and distance is not cruelty, and silence is not weakness. Sometimes the holiest thing you can do is step back and refuse to let what is unstable come near what God is stabilizing. This is why this message is landing on you now. Not by accident, not because of chance, not because the timing is random. You are being warned because you are being trusted. Heaven does not warn people it has abandoned. Heaven warns the ones it intends to preserve. So when you feel that nudge to pull back, listen. When you sense that you should not explain everything, listen. When your spirit tells you that this is a moment to be still, stay close to God, to let your victory breathe away from noise, listen. You do not need to make a dramatic announcement. You do not need to argue with anyone. You do not need to prove that your boundaries are justified. You only need to obey, and as you obey, you will begin to understand that what looks like distance actually is alignment. God is not isolating you to harm you. God is teaching you how to protect the new thing. He is teaching you how to recognize the difference between connection and access. He is teaching you how to stop confusing familiarity with safety. He is teaching that not every open hand should touch what He has blessed. There are moments when favor is so fresh that it must be covered. There are moments when the answer is so new that it must be sheltered. There are moments when your spirit to adjust to what God has done, without the pressure of outside opinions, trying to interpret it before you have even finished thanking Him. So breathe in this truth. You are not being overly cautious. You are not imagining the shift. You are not becoming cold.